Give me the simple life.
Nina, come on, they're gonna be here any minute.
Okay, we'll be right down.
Father of the bride. I never thought I'd say this, but that whole experience was a piece of cake compared to the roller coaster I've been on this past year. I admit it took me a while to recover from the wedding, but eventually life got back to normal, which is exactly the way I prefer life to be. After the dust settled, I began to realize what a lucky guy I was. I had a wonderful home filled with memories and completely paid for, a wife I loved just as much as the day I married her, a daughter, independent, self-sufficient, married, working, happy, a son blossoming in the middle of middle school, and a son-in-law gainfully employed and very often out of town on business. Life was sweet. I felt for the first time ahead of the game. Then it dawned on me. I was a mere 5 years away from freedom. Soon I'd be a father with one kid married and the other off in college, and that started me thinking. What was I going to do with all that free time? Anything I wanted. Maybe I'd take up fly fishing, travel to exotic places, climb Mount Everest. I was feeling on top of the world. And that's when they lowered the boom on me. It was like that old joke. All those who think they have it made, take one step forward. Not so fast, George Banks. It was about a year ago when it all started. Well, 9 months ago to be exact. I was on my way home from work on a perfect fall day. The leaves were golden, the air was crisp, and I couldn't help thinking what a charmed life I was leading. Yep, I was a happy man. What news?
I don't know. She wouldn't tell me.
Daddy, phone.
Got it.
Who wouldn't tell you? Hey.
Hi, George. Do you think it's what we think it is?
What is it? Somebody tell me what's going on.
Brian called and said to be here at 6 sharp, that he and Annie have some important news to tell us. This is one of those moments, George. I can feel it.
Oh, my.
Hi, honey.
Oh, don't worry, okay? I'm sure nothing's wrong.
How do you know?
Well, I know.
Oh, you know?
No, I don't. I don't really know. I just know nothing's wrong. Now, come on inside.
Can I fix you a drink, George?
No, thanks. Nina, you don't think Annie's been transferred back east, do you?
No, honey. Something tells me this has nothing to do with work. George, you sure you don't want a glass of wine?
Because she always said a transfer was a possibility, and I, for one, would hate it if they moved.
Really, George? You?
Well, they live far enough away as it is.
Dad, they live a mile from here.
Well, you know, traffic and everything. Oh, there they are. I just don't want to hear the word Boston, that's all. I mean, you know what's going to happen, don't you? First, they're going to promise to come home for long weekends. Then it'll be a week every other summer. Next thing you know, we're strangers. We're just names on a Christmas card list. We'll be those relatives out in California.
Bummer, man. He delivers. Hello.
We're here.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Good to see you.
There she was, my Annie. Every time I saw her, I had to remind myself she was a married woman. To me, she still seemed like a kid playing house.
Hi. How are you? Good. Are you feeling all right?
Of course she's feeling all right. Look at her. She never looked better.
Hi, Dad. Are you okay?
So, any news at work? Any news? Anything?
No, everything's great. Same but good. Busy. See.
Hey, Dad. George. Sorry, George.
As long as the big news wasn't that my daughter was moving 3,000 miles away, her husband could call me anything he wanted. In spite of myself, I had actually begun to grow somewhat fond of Brian McKenzie.
Those hors d'oeuvres look so great. I'm starving.
So, what is it, Annie? What's the news?
Well, don't you want to eat first?
Come on, tell us, what is it?
I know what it is. I got it, I'm positive. You bought a house, right? A place you can remodel a little closer to home?
A house? Is that it?
Well, no. A house is fine.
No, yeah, of course. The house is definitely good.
That's the big news, a house? Man, I thought you guys were gonna have a baby.
Get out of here.
Us too.
I know, me too. That's what I thought. That's what we were hoping for.
Well,
Tell him.
your wish came true. I'm gonna have a baby.
We're pregnant.
I never liked that Brian McKenzie. Not from the moment I laid eyes on him. Here my little girl was playing house, and he had the nerve to...
George. What do you say, Dad?
Congratulations.
You too.
Congratulations. Grandpa.
Grandpa?